Where's my motto at? Oh, it's not my motto because I can't use my motto at the moment. It's image. Hello. Okay, good. Good testing. Dude, I did not know the update dropped right now. So, Wake Island. We're playing that pretty soon in the modern day. Again, well, yeah, it'd be a modern day because it'd be in a modern setting. But that's Battlefield stuff. I'm waiting for Star Rail to drop. I just want to make sure the live stream's working well before I start. Apparently 4.2 is already out. If 4.2 is not out and I start the stream for no reason, then I'm gonna go crazy. Hopefully you know how the stream cuts off, like the video, you know. Hopefully that doesn't happen, you know. Still can't use my motto. Shame, shame. Uh, so yeah, there's that. You know, not that much I can do about it. It's just stick in PNG form. To be honest, I'm not ready to stream this. I was not ready to stream this at all. Definitely was not. I definitely was not ready to stream. I just hopped on. I haven't done my dailies, and I was like, "Let me do my dailies real quick." And then I was just checking Discord, and everyone was already posting stuff. And the announcement went off. Starver like Discord just went off, and I'm like, "Dailies? Like, is the update out?" And the update's already out. So we're just waiting for this. As soon as this drops, as soon as it's done, we're good. I just want to make sure everything was running, working fine before I even start the game. So if it's going to like start cutting in and out, I can fix it before we get into the game. You know, 83%. Yeah, everyone. I'm like checking YouTube right now. It's like everyone's doing like 4.3, 4.3. This is 4.3, right? I did title this 4.3. You know, YouTube used to, OBS used to tell me that the name of the stream, how many people are watching. Like you have the live chat, on one side, and then on you have YouTube live controller panel. That used to like tell me stuff. And I was just to get started, click on the button to select the stream. Like I don't know what that does. Like before it just broke, you know. But I could just check my phone. It ain't no big deal. Why is this installing thing taking forever? Like it already downloaded, now it's installing. Like I mean, usually installs, take a minute, but like it is like it's taking a good minute, which is fine. Ten, 13, 15, it's going up. Why? It's been stuck at 84% for like forever. 80. There we go. Now we're jumping. Like I was like, it's gonna get to one suction, and then it's gonna just. Having no audio is kind of crazy. I should have had like music on or something, but I'm not doing all that mess. Monarch's Blade. Anyways, it's a 61 show. That nine, I thought it was gonna be done because it's like, oh, this is moving quick, and then it just takes forever. Thing is, I was expecting my OBS, the laptop, to crash in the process of open up Discord and everything, and things kind of went smoothly. Because usually when I open up stuff like that on the other laptop, the streaming laptop, it just explodes, and I gotta restart it, reboot it, hold the power, my code reset it, hold the power button down and everything. But it just worked surprisingly, for once. So that like kind of you know cut some of this time off. Like, it's only 3 gigabytes, but what are you doing? I should have rated it until it hit like 90 or 70%, but I thought it was gonna do itself. Miscalculated. I mean, usually downloads take a long time, but like it was going pretty fast, and I just wasn't thinking. So we might be here for a good minute. Thing is, I can't use. Like I was like, what I could do some Alkali things on the side or something like that. But then I realized everything's running off of this single SSD, so it's not even gonna launch the game. And I'm not trying to get something like Arknights, into running at 10 frames per second. Because I managed to get that game running perfectly fine, Like it worked perfectly fine when first played it, and when I did that stream it decided to die. Um and I had moments like that too, but after a while it was working fine, but then I don't want to mess it up, because once something works, you don't want to like touch anything. Because I did one time was trying to download something and then launched like organizer stuff in the game and I got 2 frames per second, bro. So I'm like, let's not ever do that ever again. Yeah, don't wanna break it. And I like, well, I could do NTE, but same issue. Also, I can't log into NTE because I think that also updated and it logged me out of Google, which some gacha games do. Like they log you out. Star easy to do that. And you just sign back in. Which I probably have to do this time. But with Henty, Google when the game was coming out, it was a pain in the butt to log in with Google. And I thought, oh, could it be some issue? It could be what's in my call it? The servers, you know. But turns out it just doesn't really work. And I logged out, logged back in, tried to log back in, and they give me like, failed to connect. Oh, give me some error, the usual error. And I'm like, I don't not like I tried multiple times fixing it, restart, and it's just how it is. You gotta just keep doing it until it works. I was doing it for like 10 minutes and it just would not sign me in, so I can't log into it, which sucks because I was thinking of buying the monthly pass, but I can't log in because I use Google, um, the Gmail. Well, they ain't gonna get my money, so whatever studio that is making it to you, I forgot the name. But a lock in. Basta na monthly $5 right there. I was considering it. Just saying. Ooh. This didn't better load. Yeah, I should have started stream a little bit earlier. New content, yes, new content. I'm waiting for the thing to finish downloading. I might have started the stream just slightly too early, so I'm just kind of here yapping, starting for time. But as soon as it downloads, we are good. It's gonna be a crazy update, crazy story. Things the story is starting to progress. I'm interested. So far, the stream hasn't cut off, so that's good. As soon as I log in, gonna do my dailies and when I'm real quick, and then we're gonna go straight for the story. Could pull for Blade, but I don't know. Because I am saving for Himiko SP, bro. And I want to build Himiko team and everything, so um and I'm kind of not too worried about rush. Well, I already did rush for like the light cones for Saber and Ultra. But now you don't have to worry about that because it turns out the fake collab stuff is gonna be for like a yearly event thing for the foreseeable future, probably for the rest of the decade. Um, we get like two new fake characters a day, or you know. So the fake collab is when those not going nowhere. Can always put on those banners, which is good because that means anyone in the near future who wants to get into Star Rail or make a new account or whatever, or return to Star Rail, could always get the fake characters, you know, which is fantastic, you know. So I'm not gonna be too worried about on that. Um, so I say my pools. I still got tons of events, tons of side quests I still gotta do. So I'm good on pools, and I am planning on dropping a few for Himiko team. You know, so that's my new team, and I'm gonna invest in that team because I already got a Firefly team. So invest in a Himiko SP team. You know, like I have the Hoda team, but it's not. It's like the free to play option. You know, she's only like the big one like so and then using regular like doll holder, mini holder, along with Chibi and Lingsha. So but the Chibi is good though. The Chibi's good. But it isn't the best team. You know, it's not the best. Like it can clear, but definitely not like the last two cycles of like MOC whatever. Level 4, level 3 kind of triggers on like APOC and stuff. I think even pure fiction, but Himiko team, I'm gonna invest in big time because I've been waiting. I've been waiting, and then any other team, I could focus on upgrading my Hoda team or building a third team. Maybe I could route Outshoot. I have like a plan of maybe making an Outshoot team. You know, we're gonna get Win. Like that's what I'm. So I only watched the first Fate. So I get her for Outshoot. Get her icon. Get any Eden. Same thing with Outshoot as well. And then lock in on that team. You know, that'd probably be my third team. You know, I have like the whole that's like a fourth team when it comes to like power level. You know, like I could always be Silver Wolf 999 because I got her. I don't have a like or anything. Oops, but I already have her. So I could always be an elation team if I need to. But I'm definitely going all out on the um the Himiko team. It's gonna be peak. And that's the next patch. Though it could be delayed. We have to wait and see. or could come early. We don't know. There has been some leaks for, hey, the next patch might be delayed. The next, it could come forward, it could come quicker, and especially future patches could come later or quicker. That's another thing too. So, we're gonna wait to see. But I'm ready for this. It's probably gonna be like late July or August by the time get some Himiko, the next patch drops. So, but I'm excited though. I'm excited. This patch is definitely gonna be talking about a lot of Himiko, Graphia, and Blade. As fast Famad is gonna be involved. Like we got some big heavy hitters, and then maybe one next patch. Maybe this patch will talk about it. But definitely next patch. We're gonna start getting the other half of the characters. Oni Alex. Steven's gonna probably show up. A couple other people, maybe Evangeline, Robin, the woman to be popping up here. Uh, like leaked multiple times, so we're gonna see some of that too. We're gonna see some of that too. This is the longest 18 seconds of my life, bro. Load. Once it is done, we're good. I just want to get into the game. Was not planning on trying to be here this long. Oh, now it's got a verify repair chat. We're gonna be here for a while. It's just like we're gonna be here for a while. Well, it's going quick. It's going quick. It's going quick. The thing is, I had this thing going for like a good minute. Then I started like, okay, let me stream. Let me set up some stream. And then, you know, it always got to do stupid stuff. The thing is, I pre-installed this, pre-downloaded this, pre-did everything. So that doesn't do anything, to be honest. Pre-downloading stuff doesn't save you time. You still gotta do all this junk. The thing is, I usually update the game like in the background, so I'm always doing stuff. But I do remember like it does take like an hour sometimes. The thing is, I didn't want to waste time because I wanted to throw this patch into one stream. So instead, I'm going to throw two streams for this patch again. Can't constantly play Honkai Star. Real, I've been playing War Thunder, the snare's call for my snow soul. This hails War Thunder. That's the Navy game, right? The battleship game. War Thunder. I can never really get into those games. I can try to get into some of those games, I just don't know. It's just like I play for a few and then that's it. Like I said, I think War Thunder I got banned on just for just playing the game. Like I'm on PS4 and I just like, oh, it's done, kicked off. Didn't really get banned, just like kicked from the server or something like that. And I'm like, damn. War Thunder, I think I tried. I don't remember. I'm gonna put some music on real quick. Probably wait. Let me see. It's a quick chat. Give me a second. Because I'm like, I don't want to sit here in silence doing nothing. Thing is, once I have something down on this computer starts to like struggle. You could put Yario for 1 hour. How good is let's do that. Yeah, we go for 1 hour. Let's hear it. I do like this dance. It's always funny. Did the stream stop? No, it did not stop. I just cut the thing off. It's still playing. I just put some music in the background. Star Wars music. Chinese Star Wars music. Meme music. I don't have my monitor up. That's the thing. I don't have my monitor up, so like you don't see me move around. I just PNG, which is the same. But you should probably like messing with my monitor right now, like spinning in circles or something. Yeah, I should have started stream just a little bit later. But hey, we ball. Thing is, I can't play nothing. Like, let's play some Arknights while we wait, you know? But that's not gonna do nothing. We'll have to the monitor. I'm running, so the laptop I'm running just the stream on, not this laptop. Not this laptop, but my other laptop. The one that I'm streaming from is not my main laptop. It's a different laptop. And it only has one working USB. And I have to run the USB on the hub because I still gotta connect the capture code, the mouse for that computer, that laptop. Sometimes the keyboard. I would rather take the keyboard off when I'm using the camera, you know, and the capture code, all that sort of stuff. So I got a couple things I gotta connect, and it's all connected on one USB and one USB hub. So it's the USB hub is connected to one single USB route. It's the only one that works. And I think this laptop, it's not my laptop. It had water damage or something. I don't know. And my camera is the PS3 camera, which is what I use for my model. So it requires a lot of the CPU, you know. And when I connect the camera to the model, it will work. But with the laptop, it would work and it would turn on. But the tracking is bad. Like the tracking is really bad. Like my model just looks one way on its own, you know, and that's it. But once I'm able to get my main laptop back, I could connect them. I could connect it back, and I could have my model up and running again. And then I will switch. I will switch the computers, because this laptop right here, the one that's loading up the game, what you see, is supposed to be the streaming laptop, not the gaming. It is a gaming laptop, but you know it is what it is. I have streamed from this laptop before, but once I get that, it will be good. So I'm just a PNG, not even VTuber right now. But maybe when I bring back the model, I update it. Because this version of model I have was just unfinished. I just got lazy and never finished it. So maybe I update it more. So when I come back, it'll be all fresh and new. And maybe I get a better camera or something. Or find an iPhone or something. Then I could have better tracking, you know? I think it's just a 3D model, so I have to figure out how that works for that. So, because I do want to bring back my model. I miss streaming with my model. It's always fun, you know. Even though it is a kind of pain to set up because I have to make sure that I have to have like another phone with the light on, you know. Gotta sit, you know, nice and straight, you know. But we still ball. We still ball. In the meantime, we just rock the PNG, which is fun because, like I said, I could just sit back, relax, and it's good for kind of these games. Since when it comes to these kinds of games, I'm not really like doing much. It's just we just sit here and listen to the gameplay for itself, the story and everything, you know. But you do kind of miss like that reaction of like, oh, ooh, you know. I did not expect this to take this time. Oh well, we Doki Doki Literature Club. What's up with Doki Doki Literature Club? Would you say enough for some reason? Wasn't there like another version of Doki Doki that came out? I know there was one for like consoles, which I don't know how that game works with consoles. Wasn't there like another like actual like again not really like a sequel, but like I guess like an update? Like a, you know. I don't know, I haven't been on that for a while. Hold on, give me a second. I want to check real quick. Close out real quick. I'm just gonna sit here and watch this for like a half an hour. Where is it at? There we go. We just sit here for a minute, chat. There is a story version of Doki Doki Literature Club where a person that you were supposed to play wasn't fair. Like the main character isn't there, and it's just the 4 girls from the one, or there's like another one, or is it one of the girls not there? So was there like a 5th number, or was there, or one of the 4 were gone, or was the main character? I haven't kept up on that Doki Doki, bro, so. Only the 4 main characters in the. Hold on, let's see this real quick. I have to wait for that. But you, the player, is not involved. Okay, so the main character's not involved, and it's just it's just the 4 girls. Interesting. I wonder how that works. So it's kind of like a visual novel, but it's just them. Is it like an original story, or is it like, you know, we're off doing some side stuff and the main character's not there, or is it like an alternative of like, hey, this is what Doki Doki Literature Club would have happened if you, the main character, was not involved, you know, and like didn't like disturb like Manaka and stuff like that, you know. And that's all the training events. Why she remind me of Rowena from Genshin? You talking about Yaguan? This she right there. I guess I could kind of see it in the chibi form. Yeah, I could kind of see it in the chibi form. But yeah, Yaguan's pretty tall, and she's more like white than blue, you know. but I could still see that. I could still see it. I could still see it. I remember when I first saw this, I was like, it was literally like it was literally just, the Chinese app, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then like the next day, like it just blew up all over the internet. No, it's funny because the other day I went to the anime convention, and there was a couple people like just humming this song in the background, just doing Yari Yo. They were literally just saying that Yari Yo, Yari Yo. And I was like, they got that song stuck in their head. There was like no Star Wars stuff. I mean, there was a few Star Wars stuff over there, but they had a couple of collections, but no Firefly. I don't think we had Evernight. It was just a couple of collections. That was it. I was like, damn, there was like no Star Wars stuff at all. But there was tons of Star Wars cosplays though. Saw some good Fireflies. There was already Monarch's Blade. Boy hasn't even came out yet. Boy just got drip marketed. Well, he's been drip marketed for a while, but still, still it was just like crazy. Tons of Seals and Branyas I saw. Oh, Hyacinths and Anaxas. Basically shipped for tons of Hyacinths. Good too, good quality. I didn't see no ZZZ or Genshin. I think I had a couple of Genshin stuff, but I don't remember. Like cosplayers. Let me double check the download real quick while we wait. Give me a second. I just want to make sure I have stuff like names and stuff, so I don't wanna be like showing all that crap. Ooh, it's at 89%. Let's go. It's at 90%. Yay! Check it out, chat. 91%. Game be downloaded. Dude, I'm excited for Wake Island and Battlefield 6. It seems like a little thing here. What's gonna be good though? And it's gonna be it's gonna be the first modern day Battlefield of Wake Island. Version of Wake Island since Battlefield 3. Because I think Battlefield 2 had it and then Battlefield 3 had it. And the last time we saw Wake Island would be Battlefield 3, then Battlefield 3. That was the last modern one with Battlefield 3. Then the last time we saw it was in Battlefield 5. And that was pretty cool. And then we're gonna see up to date modern day with a new objective in the middle. No Helldivers. I would like to play some Helldivers. The reason why I haven't been streaming Helldivers, this laptop, especially even my other laptop. I was streaming my other laptop, my gaming, like my game. Like this is a gaming laptop, but like my main gaming laptop. I don't know if you saw that stream, especially with doing the Battle of Cybersun. That game was running at like two frames per second. Audio was going in and out. The frame rate just died, and it's been like that for a while. They managed to fix it. It started doing that like big time during like right before. I'll grab the game, but just give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. We're about to end this real quick. The game. So back when Helldivers, right, was before the cave update dropped. You know, the gloom update. Like right before that, the game just had a terrible performance issue, and not just with my computer, my laptop or anything. It was like it was like across the board for a lot of people. And then the cave update with the bugs and the gloom, that just like destroyed the game, bro. It was unplayable. I tried never streamed during that time. And it was getting really bad. I say like there was signs of it getting really bad. If you go back and like if you see like the battle of Super Earth, it was struggled even back then. Like it was really bad there. Um, and I know the reason why. It's the maps. You could check what was the maps. But even regular maps had issues. Like I'd be like on an empty map, like nothing on there, and game would be chugging. And I'd be live on stream. And I was stream on 2 different computers, so that laptop had nothing. It wasn't streaming. It had no model. It was all original. It had all full power. And then when we had after the gloom, they did some update fixes, and then I was able to stream again. How that was, um, and I was able to play it, and I liked it. It was fun, and that's when I came back and streamed more. And then the Battle for Cyber Sand, just I couldn't do it. Then after the Battle for Cyber Sand, I still couldn't play Helldivers. It was just unplayable. It will run for like 30 minutes, and then the frame rate would just take. It would go, because I'll be playing a little bit off stream, just to make sure things work, and just to play off stream, and it would just implode. And I just haven't had the time and motivation to get back on it for a good minute. So, because I've been playing other games and doing some stuff with life, but yeah, I thought there hasn't been no Helldivers streams for a good minute. It's just the game needs to fix some stuff. But now that I'm on a Rico laptop for the moment, I don't have my main gaming one. The chances, the game being fine is not gonna work. This is even a Rico one, so I'm like, I guess later on. But I know Helldiver has drama. I don't really care for most of the drama. The community for the Helldiver community has always been dealing with people blowing off drama out of proportion. So if you think that's the reason why I would play Helldivers, it's not. Because I'll be playing that game regardless. It's just mostly just because like I just literally just can't play it. And I like to stream long streams, so I wanted my Helldiver streams do it good. Like they usually have like the highest viewing streams, so I would keep streaming that, but I really lack the power to do it. I could switch to like a PS5, but like I said, this PS5 is not my PS5. I'm temporarily holding on to it, and at the same time, they never really made it so like your progress carries over from PC to PS5. So yeah. So that's another reason. It's like, oh, just play on PS5. Wait, I don't have a PS5. B, the one I do have is not mine. And C, my data doesn't transfer over. So it's like, what's the point? You know? Profile resources. Oh, you bought that. I don't know why it's taking so long. When you start streaming, things don't go well. Downloads take forever. Game crashes. You get the blue screen of the hell. Next thing's gonna tell me I have to sign in. How much wanna bet that's gonna happen? So that's what hasn't been no Helldiver streams. I will get back to streaming Helldivers because it's fun. But man, oh man, it's a shame. I may have to switch. There might be lack of Battlefield streams pretty soon too. Coming up. I have to wait and see. Actually, I like Battlefield 6. It's just I never really grind too much Battlefield until like way later in its life cycle or like post life cycle. But I will still play every update, you know. Will they spend anything in the summer? Will we spend anything in the summer? Summer hasn't even started yet. It's just way. Also, I heard Sony raised PlayStation Plus up by $1. I'm like, wow, still raising prices up. It was my last holiday. Yeah, Battlefield Cyberstar. I was also my least due to 29. That game was been like 2 frames per second. Bro. That was pretty bad. But don't worry, I'll get back to more of that. Like, I'm gonna try to do more. I'm gonna try to stream more this summer. Gonna try to. Usually summers is where like I kind of just don't stream, but I haven't streamed that much this year, so maybe you know it could flip. I might, keyboard might stream, the Tune Up game on the PS3, whatever, and I might, hopefully I could beat it. I don't do good streaming single player games. It's just something about streaming single player games that just takes the fun out of it. But I might do it just to finish that like trilogy, you know, just get it done, you know. And hopefully it doesn't take a year to beat it. Because I just don't. Judging by how I feel about some of these other gacha games, I might be streaming those. Like I'm playing some Elk Knight, Sunfield, Offstream. CCZ is a game where like I just do the story and I wait like 3 or 4 months until the next, until I have like a whole bunch of stories piled up, and then I just sit down and play. So I don't really stream that because I usually use like an offline game. But I might turn like Elk Knight or whatchamacallit, NT into like another game to stream and play alongside HSR, you know. I don't want to. No.
During the events of
I don't care. Oh my god, this game is gonna kill me. I don't want to start
has
the
been
game.
severely affected by the incident. Citizens are advised to remain patient and await assistance. Moving on to our special
God damn it, I
segment,
gotta wait
the
for this
Fantasman
to.
Brief.
Okay, good. I did not want to start this right now. I kind of wanted to take me back to Pinnacle. I was gonna blow up those balloons. The game just wanted me to start right away. I hate when games do that though. Where's currency was that? Should be here somewhere. What it is, I find it. That's the shit. Is this? I don't even know if this is it or not. I wanted to pop those balloons. I always do it.
It's still
This
early.
is not what I wanted to
Cartoon
do. I'll blow you up. Hold on. I gotta teleport here real quick. Give me a second. Before I start collecting things, I need to do this. Because the game messed up my whole mojo. I do not care. Leave.
Anything I can do for you?
Thank you. Like, I just wanted to do this. That's all I care about. The thing is, I don't. Even though I understand Xbox buttons, I don't know what that means. Because I hear X, I see X, and I'm like, okay. And then like, yeah, I think it's PlayStation X. You know, like I really wish you could change your PlayStation. I really wish you could change the icons in this game, bro. The controller icons, because I definitely need them. Game series are so important that what's it call it? Also, I don't know who this dude keeps. I also wish this game tells you what characters people are buying, like are borrowing. It'd be very nice to know who's borrowing who, so I can like invest more into them. Like, is my Chubby being used a lot? Is it my Dahlia? Is it Firefly what's being used? You know, like I want to know who is it. I wish the game told me. I'm not gonna fight that because that's a spoiler, but who am I gonna farm? I just found this. I just whatever gets the job done. I'm gonna do my dailies, and I'm gonna go for the story time.
Let the show begin! Until everything burns to ashes! It all dies. So beautiful! Fight to live! You want to betray me? Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live! Set the seas ablaze! Let the show begin! Fight to live! Set the seas ablaze! Fight to live!
Keep it going, Firefly.
Set the seas ablaze! Let the show begin! Fight to live!
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
Set the seas
So far, she has a cutout. That's even good. Nice.
Fight to live! Set the seas ablaze! Let the show begin! Fight to live! Set the seas ablaze!
I'm gonna slow down the
Firefly Type 4
attack.
in position. I shall set the seas ablaze!
Because we're gonna about to start fighting.
Live to fight! Fight to live!
Alright, dailies are done. And I think I already did my weeklies, so well it's gonna be a new week, so and a new month. I'll probably be buying the battle pass for when Himiko SP drops. I'll buy that battle pass. We got something over here too. Nice. Alright, cool. Alright, we're claiming that. We got a new game, mini game. Which is over. I would like to get that, but like, you know. I just kind of saving my pause right now. But we can test out Blade. So chat, let's test out Blade. Let's see how he is. What I like the Blade. Asheville, the Tribs, Hyacinth. I mean, I don't have Asheville. I got Tribs. Don't got Hyacinth. Don't got Asheville. Don't got Hyacinth. But if that's a good team for him, then hey.
Trying to trick me?
Extremely numbered. Why don't we for it?
Keep an eye on that.
Merely another soul.
It's coming. Ready, set. Fighting the west wind, away we go!
Go! And fight to the death.
They completely lost themselves. Please calm down.
This dude right there. Nice.
Flesh tempered 1,000 times into a blade! Sins must be paid. I will bury you. Purgatory, take hold! Return from death 1,000-fold. Burn this broken shell. You will serve as the temporary fire! I offer my blood to consume this injustice. Beasts, come and slaughter each other.
There it goes.
Go and fight to the death.
Away! Take off together! Good!
Sins must be paid. Two blades, eternal.
Oh yeah, you guys have a product with that.
And fight to the death.
I remember hearing about that. One of the live streams.
Oh, you learn. Return from death 1,000-fold. Burn this broken shell. You will serve as the temporary fire.
Round 2.
Sins must be paid.
Is it coming? Ready, set. Fighting the west wind, away we go! I will guide with the Rainbow Bridge. Everyone's been waiting for it. May the faint light dispel the gloom, restore clear skies. Once more.
Oh, I miss this warmth.
Underestimating us will cost you.
Now I would skill, but you know what, we skill.
Huge news.
I'm gonna basic attack to play just for the lows.
Purgatory, take hold.
Oh, he doesn't even need to. He doesn't even need skill.
Blades eternal. Return from death 1,000-fold. Burn
What do
this
you know?
broken shell. You will serve as the temporary fire.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Cool, cool, cool. The more you know. Then we got Luca. Who? That's alrighty.
Please stay tuned.
Nice. Now we can do the story. Alright, chat. Get your food ready. Get your drinks. It's gonna be a long one. What's up, Mouse?
You're back! The incident that happened at Full Wish TV is causing a huge stir. Come watch the news.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to our brand new segment,
It's
the
Poofy.
Phantom Moon Brief. I'm your host, Poofy.
Hi, everyone. This is your old friend, Snowy.
Well then, as the Phantom Moon Games reach a boiling point, and for reasons that need no explanation, we are now joining Duo Mention TV to bring you live coverage of the latest and most critical news updates.
Yes, we are. And after the director of Full Wish TV and sponsor of the Research Society of Happy Smiles, Full Wish announced that she was joining the Phantom Moon Games. That terrifying tragedy of 15 years ago once again swept through the psionic game.
The supplicant debate, slated to take place at the Seafeld TV tower, was cut short when out-of-control Imaginée known as Joy Ascendants appeared suddenly and launched an attack. This Imagenesis plague centered on Seafeld City spread rapidly. Even Foolish herself turned into a monster atop the Seafeld TV tower.
As of the latest reports, nearly 200,000 human and Imaginée inhabitants across PLANARCADIA have been affected by the plague. Countless individuals are injured or missing, and total losses are estimated to have reached 8.6 billion credits. And in a chilling echo of the Bloodstained Games 15 years ago, footage left behind by Foolish points to the disaster as the work of supplicants from beyond the sky.
She identified the culprits as the famed cosmic hero, the trailblazer of the Astral Express,
Damn.
and the wanted criminal, Stellaron Hunter Blade, claiming they were responsible for the tragedy.
But a spokesperson for the Department of Aberration Defense said the disaster was planned and executed by Foolish herself through her organization, the Research Society of Happy Smiles. They added that the investigation will continue and the organization will be shut down.
Oh, how familiar that sounds. 15 years ago, they made the same excuses. What is the real story behind this? The Phantom Moon Brief will continue to keep you updated.
Over 500 years ago, a prophet made a prediction. In year 1999, a terrifying devil will descend from the sky. Will this prophecy come true? Can PLANARCADIA safely make it through this crucial year? We will have to wait and see. Shame on them. How can they just say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed? And the internet is flooded with fake news about you too. Also, those two hosts, weren't they from Full Wish TV? They were spreading nasty stories about you on the news before. And now look, they've immediately jumped ship after what happened to Full Wish. Ever since coming to PLANARCADIA, nothing surprises me anymore. I'm happy you made it back safely, but somehow, you just don't seem quite the same. Oh no. You're trying to grow up and leave me behind. Don't tell me you're becoming the next Don Hung. No.
About to get buff.
Is this what it takes to become a hero?
You have Evernight.
If you're all grown up and serious, we just can't click like we used to anymore. Oh, right. Tell me about what happened at the TV tower. I've heard Don Hung and Sunday's side of the story, but I haven't heard yours yet. So, Full Wish had people undergo the happiness surgery to implant Shuhu's flesh into their bodies, and that ended up causing this disaster? And you guys stopped the mutation from spreading, but all you managed to do was to temporarily seal Shuhu's flesh inside Blade? And then you mentioned that Nessia, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Phantas Moon Games arbitrator? No wonder she could draw a mask for you. And she also asked you to go deep into the world in Canvas to warn... who was it again? Who is that?
Yes, Graphia, Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist from 1,000 years ago.
Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Wait, that's not even the most important part. Nessia asked you to warn Graphia that the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, is back? Oh, why does the Express have such bad luck? By this point, whenever we go on vacation, I'm always ready to deal with random problems. But running into another Lord Ravager while on vacation? This is way over the line. A Lord Ravager, Evanessia's request, Shuhu's flesh and Blade's body, and the unfinished Phantas Moon Games. Suddenly, there are so many things to deal with. Feels like we're juggling a bunch of eggs all at once. One slip, and it's all gonna go splat. Are you okay?
Question is, are you? Let's just give it all up. I just stay in the middle.
I shouldn't have asked so many questions. Didn't mean to stress you out or make you worried. I'm gonna go take a minute and collect myself.
So many things to deal with right now. Oh, what should I do next? Nah, I've had a long day. I should just get some rest.
Are we gonna enter the state of unconsciousness? What's gonna happen here? It's so for push. So for push out self-respect and the moment you sat down, you practically melt into it. Oh boy, we now turn the timeline. Aside from the news broadcast, March there's a question, Lumen presence of Lord Ravager, dangerous flesh, quivering Blade's body, and the future, the Phantom Games. All these tangled problems have knotted themselves into one chaotic mess. What can you do? You just let a poor little raccoon who doesn't know a thing. You want to unravel the mystery, but now you tangle up in its threads. You struggle uselessly for a bit. Then give up, letting fatigue shower your eyes in darkness.
Shh, Welt. She's tired. Let her sleep.
Never knew you could sleep this much. Himiko.
You're obviously tired. I never thought this vacation would become the prelude to yet another major war.
From our very first steps, trouble has always followed the Nameless. But this... is way too much.
Look at you now. It takes me back to when I first got the Express running again. Aside from Pom Pom, I was the only crew member on board, constantly stretched thin and feeling out of my depth. All I could do was note every problem in the navigation log one by one. A world's coordinates that needed an update, a glitch in the Express's warp system. The notes were as dense as the coordinates on the astral charts, leaving me completely overwhelmed. Back then, I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have to face a Lord Ravager. But strangely, now that the time has come again, I'm not panicking at all. Come to think of it, it's because of you. Because of all of you. Along the way, we have defeated 2 Lord Ravagers. The Nameless who guided me before I set out once told me, keep moving forward, and the obstacles that once felt impossible to conquer will soon be behind you. And along the way, you'll find companions who are just like you.
Was that Graphia?
I've seen you grow through the Vantis Moon games, becoming someone others can trust and lean on. And I heard the declaration you made atop the tower. I'm truly proud of you. That's why I want to share a story from the past with you. A promise from 15 years ago. I promised someone that when the moon over my hometown was full again, I would go back to see her, to let her know I had made the most of this borrowed life, and found companions I could trust with all my heart.
Hold that, give me a minute. What? So, hold up. Someone? I'm gonna go to hometown again. Go back to them. Just talk about Graphia. Okay? I'm pretty sure it's about Graphia. Borrowed life. Are you borrowing a whole life? Or someone else's life? Or just a life in general? Because you were supposed to be dead. You know, Himiko was supposed to be dying at the age of 30. She's like 32, 35 or something like that now, so. And that's if she is lucky. You know. So we about to explain. I already got theories making up.
I want to share this story with you all. The story of how my journey began. It's a long story, filled with many memories of my past.
Well,
I'd
get
also
over
like
here.
to invite you all to the place where I repaired the Express and tell you everything bit by bit.
Okay, this is even more important. How she prepared this bus? Where did she prepare this bus? I know it crashed landed somewhere.
All right, it's a deal. When I return from the world in canvas, you can make us, let Shush make us some coffee. Then we'll settle in and listen to your story.
I always thought like the Express was like over there by the canal, which is like underground.
Speaking of the world in canvas, March told me about what Evanescia said to you.
She seems to know Evanescia too. At the same time, I was kind of hoping we'd tell us now, but I guess
Evanessia's request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. Silverwolf saw that Lord Ravager in action too. According to the records from the databank and the IPC's investigation, Asat Pramad's campaigns often span centuries, and the planets he targets all end up destroyed in freak accidents, leaving their surfaces covered in only smiling faces. 1,000 years ago, my ancestor Graphia created the
Mm-hmm.
world in canvas. If that was to resist Asat Pramad's invasion of Ahatopia, then could this disaster unleashed through the Phantasmoon games be the prelude to his next invasion?
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
That's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we are clearly not descendants of any long-lived species.
You guys barely make it to 3. Barely. You know.
Quite the opposite. The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations. What could my ancestor have gone through to still exist today? That too leaves me deeply curious.
Not only beating the level course where you barely reach 30, but also extending natural human life like between like 70 to 100, you know? So
There are far too many legends about her. It's hard to tell what's true and what's not. Only 2 things are beyond doubt.
Graphia is so
First,
alive.
during the
It's good.
Cinderth Age, she created countless Imaginae and sent them into battle against the demon legions from beyond. Second, near the end of one of the Phantasmoon games, she created the world in canvas to shelter inside it what was left of civilization and life. Which means she is not only familiar with Asat Pramad, but has also witnessed the manifestation of the Eon of Elation. Nobody knows just how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world in canvas, but they were only able to reconstruct part of it in the real world. That portion became what we know as PLANARCADIA. Legend has it that Graphia used a vast ocean as her canvas and channeled the power of elation to step into the painting, which means she has not only seen Asat Pramad, but has also seen the Eon of Elation descend in all their glory.
Hold up. So if you're saying that the world in canvas, right? Because wasn't this world, you know, in a scroll? And the IPC was only able to take part of it, and that's PLANARCADIA. Are you saying the rest of PLANARCADIA is stuck still? Hmm. Or is it different, you know? Canvas, you know?
Good question. As for who in PLANARCADIA knows Graphia and the world in canvas best, it's probably Pearl. She was sent here by the IPC.
Yeah.
She should have some clues to guide us in the right direction. By the way, General Yao Guang is here. She says she wants to talk to you in private.
Oh my.
I'm not sure if she comes with good news or bad news. She brought a little gift from the Cienjo, though. Mung bean soda. Go talk to General Yao Guang, then. Don't keep her waiting. After that, come to the party car and fill us in on your next move.
Alrighty.
Nice to meet you, Ishvara.
Hold up. Before we talk about Ishva, I was gonna say we're probably not gonna hear that story of Himiko and the Astro Express, you know, who she was acting to, how she built it up, and probably until next patch. Just saying.
I always thought that the arbitrator, Evanesia, would step in and punish Fullwish for the disaster she caused. But, to my surprise, it was you who defeated Fullwish. In my capacity as an Arbiter General, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for halting the plague and sparing countless lives from suffering. What I am about to tell you is something Evanesia risked breaking the rules to share with me.
Please keep it a secret. Not a word of this leaves the Express.
Alright, cool.
Sealed within Ahatopia's core is Ouroboros, the Veracity.
Alright, that confirmed it. Ouroboros Veracity is here in the square. Or within the core, you know.
You mean the Leviathan that can swallow whole planets? That Ouroboros the Veracity?
Looks like you know a thing or two about Ouroboros.
Asheville?
I've seen that terrifying thing in Herta's simulated universe.
Rumor has it, they were last seen during the era of the Swarm disaster. They were hardly there to aid the Swarm, but rather to attend a cosmic-level feast, in which the Swarm served merely as appetizers, and the planets they passed were devoured as the main course.
It's always the swarm disaster, bro. Any swarm disaster, bro, fire had a day with, bro.
No one expected them to be here of all places, sealed away on this very planet, after vanishing for years. The true situation remains unknown, but with this information, we can understand why Asat Pramod set his sights on this world. Aren't you a little afraid, facing a huge disaster like this? Interesting. You wouldn't flinch even if a star fell upon you. A true Ishvara. Fortune follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Every crisis comes with an opportunity.
I mean, we did witness and experience the universe and time itself end, so it came back from it. So this is still catastrophic. Don't get me wrong. This is like, you know, horrors of beyond human, you know, composition and understanding. But it's not like re-experience the end of time itself, you know. But yeah, it's still up though. Don't get me wrong, it's still up though.
Now that we know a force capable of devouring stars is deep in slumber at this planet's core, perhaps we could make it devour the problem inside Blade's body. It might just be a risky path worth taking. Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world in canvas to seek out the Veracity. From what I've heard, you are going there as well?
Yep.
I cast a divination, and the hexagram shifted between the marsh and fire trigrams, yielding the judgment. Heaven and earth are separate and apart, but the work which they do is the same. In other words, though your paths may differ, they are destined to intersect. A funeral, or an adventure. Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival to tear away Shuhu's flesh from his body and eliminate the Xianzhou's arch-enemy? Or will it be a journey in which he settles all grudges and never looks back? It all depends on how he perceives it.
So either way, it's gonna be good for him.
Blade agreed to my proposal, even though that little Stellaron hunter girl wouldn't stop objecting.
She cares about.
Betting? No, I don't see it that way. We are not
She
chips
cares about
laid
Lady.
on a gaming table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We
Venturing.
trust in people, in ourselves, and in those beside us, knowing they can change the course of even the most desperate battle. That belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Fullwish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. My purpose has never changed. I am going to draw the elation into my divination, and overturn a fate marked for great woe. I have a plan for how to handle Asat Pramod if he strikes unexpectedly, but I still need more hands to make it work. What miracle could cap off these games better than a finale that humbles a Lord Ravager? It will be a tribute to the elation. The shadow of the Lord Ravager looms, and from here on, everyone must carry their part of the burden. I will take my leave first.
And so, yeah,
Before I set out, I still want to say a few words to everyone.
I was trying to go first for some more for half a second, but like, I really, this is not into co-op part. I haven't played co-op in a good minute either.
What are they all up to over there?
Hello, everyone.
There you are. We were waiting for you.
Oh,
We're
new
here
music.
to celebrate the Astral Express making it through another trial, of course. Pom-Pom's heard all about your latest adventure.
I don't remember that spoke
It's a
with
modest
us.
celebration, but a meaningful one. You stopped Full Wish's scheme, and that is no small achievement. Regardless of what the people of PLANARCADIA or the media may say, we raise a glass to you.
Exactly. You knocked out the mastermind behind all those creepy whatever their name is. I didn't get to see it myself, but Don Hung described it for me. You killed it!
Your victory gave Blade a chance to free himself from Shuhu's flesh. Thank you.
With a Lord Ravager looming on the horizon, everyone will soon be heading off on their own missions. Before that, it felt right to have a small gathering like this.
Why we all like doing this right now? It's just so weird.
Now, let's make a toast.
Like we were all in that battle together.
Here's to everyone who fights to protect this Arcadia. And here's to all of us. The Lord Ravager can throw whatever he wants at us. But I know the Astral Express will keep streaking across the stars.
Yeah, this is more like okay, let's just make this like okay, we're about to fight like a crazy battle, you know, Lord Ravager, you know, might not make it. This is that's what I'm saying. Like it felt like we was like ending everything, so we just really started that we're ready to get started.
Thank you. All of you. Having you by my side is what gives me the courage to face the future. I'll carry this strength with me through the rest of this journey.
Cheers.
Glasses clink together, like your hearts are beating as one. After finishing the drinks, the nameless each enjoy a brief moment of respite. Are we all gonna like pass out? Hold on, give me a second. What's over here? Anything new? Ooh. I have not been doing this. And it's about to be a new week too, so. Let me go find those cats real quick. Alright, chat with your companions and a little more. See what Danhang and March are talking about. Sunday, speak.
Did you need something? I need a break. I felt worn out ever since coming back from Seafeld TV Tower. Right now, it feels like I'm back in Oak Manor's banquet hall. At those parties, no matter how tired I was, I'd have to clutch my glass and smile, keeping myself calm. Mr. Yang insisted I should get a full day of sleep, but I didn't want to miss the chance to toast with you all. I should thank you for letting me embark on this journey.
Sunday is a member of the Astral Express, guys.
Mr. Yang insisted I should thank you.
Who are you messaging?
I heard from Sunday about how the televised debate went. We won this battle because of you.
My bad.
When the televised debate began, a crowd outside the station gathered to protest the Astral Express and nearly broke through the barricades. But the moment the Joy Ascendants appeared, they scattered without a second thought. I guess people know deep down which is more dangerous, a made-up villain or an actual threat. But I am more concerned about you. I've seen the footage of your fight with Full Wish. When you returned to the top of the tower, an enormous surge of power seemed to erupt from you. It reminded me a lot of when I saved you at Herta Space Station. Did you tap into the power of the Stellaron?
Maybe.
The Stellaron can be awakened by a wish, but its immense power always has a way of warping reality. As the wave of wish power surged toward you, it brought hope and blessings, but also dark intentions and
That
malice.
mask did turn real. So.
What might it do to the Stellaron? We have no idea. Be careful with this power you have, no matter how tempting it may seem.
Because, you know, the mask amplifies, you know, your power by like, 10 times or whatever. I forgot how much. It's a lot, so. So when we finally got our real mask, yeah, it was kind of like a whoa.
Oh, it's you! Pom-Pom heard you've got a solo mission coming up. Be safe, will you? Sadly, Pom-Pom can't remember most of what happened right after the Express crashed onto this world. Pom-Pom's memory of those years is like a fogged-up Express window. No matter how hard Pom-Pom tries, Pom-Pom just can't wipe it clean. But it's okay. After passenger Himiko repaired the Express, Pom-Pom got to share a one-of-a-kind journey with all of you. How did passenger Himiko appear? That's odd. Pom-Pom can't remember a thing. All Pom-Pom recalls is having a long and fuzzy sleep, then being woken by a knock at the door. And just like that, passenger Himiko was on board. The day passenger Himiko knocked, it felt like Pom-Pom was waking up from a dream. The Express's heart started beating again, and the lights flickered on one after another.
So when the Express crashed, basically it went to like a slumber. And then Pom-Pom also fell into that slumber. You know, turned off nothing, but then when Himiko came back, you know, that's probably why Pom-Pom doesn't remember too much. You know, because he was out, you know. I thought maybe he might have been still running around just trying to keep the place clean, even though it was all destroyed and everything. You know, just keep monitoring it for the full 15 years, but... Well, it wasn't 15 years, it was like, I forgot how long it was when the Express was out. It was 15 years ago, but I don't know how long it was when the Express, you know, was crashed and abandoned.
Graphia? Pom-Pom hasn't. But Pom-Pom always dreams of strangers when Pom-Pom's asleep. They seem to be bustling around the Express, and there are soft clinking and clanking sounds, just like the sound of stars twinkling. But every time Pom-Pom wakes up, their faces slip away. Pom-Pom is only left with a warm and comforting feeling, knowing someone had taken good care of Pom-Pom. Safe trip. Pom-Pom will take good care of the Express while you're away.
See, I want to know more what was going on. Like, we covered a little bit. Penacony might help us on a little bit of that too, but more like what was life like? We switched Pom-Pom like before the Express. before like us, you know, the OG crew or the crew before this crew, you know, the old Nameless and the OG Nameless, you know. We know Akavili, and we know Misha, but like and a couple others, but we don't know like everyone, you know. Ralphio was apparently a Nameless, so we're gonna find out some of this stuff this today, but I would like to see exactly. And if Pom Pom was awake and alive and well, so when the express was abandoned, was crashed and abandoned, what was he doing then too? Because he may have quote unquote forgot now, but was he still awake though? If he wasn't awake, then that makes sense. But I was still like to see like what did it look like? How did it look like? What was it going through? You know, as time went on, I just tired, you know. Before Himiko decided to say, hey.
There you are. March and I were talking about you.
Me?
Yeah, of course.
When did Don Hung start expressing his feelings like this? I guess pigs really do fly.
Since the multiple cycles and unfold. Well, actually, since the beginning of it. Not even the multiple cycles, just the beginning of it. But yeah.
This trip to PLANARCADIA is the first time we weren't necessarily working together toward a common goal. You dove into the Vantis Moon games. I crossed paths with that relentless old friend and foe again. As for March, well, she spent her time wandering and eating. Her perfect little vacation.
Wait, hold up. How come all I get is wandering and eating?
Hey, she was using her overnight powers.
Comics as well. I call it cultural exploration. With a little extra time for me to recharge, of course. Right?
Now that we're having this little break, it hit me that I might have neglected you and March.
Why are you suddenly acting like the adult here?
Blade has accepted General Yao Guang's proposal. Perhaps he has finally moved on from past grudges and that abundance curse, and is now ready to do something for himself. It's going to be a path fraught with danger, so I had hoped to accompany him for a bit longer, but he refused.
The ships are in shambles right now.
I will turn my attention to this world. Mr. Yang and I have been asked by General Yao Guang to help with setting up some defensive formations.
I've got work to do too. Mr. Ashvale wanted someone to accompany him to the tavern to investigate clues about Asat Pramod. Yours truly figured she'd been resting long enough, and it was time to stretch her legs. So I volunteered. No problem. When you come back, you have to share everything you saw in the world in Canvas.
I'm trying to eat some stuff. Himiko.
Just in time. I've talked to Madame Pearl.
Ah.
She will handle all the arrangements for your passage, so you can enter the world in Canvas to find my ancestor Graphia. Actually, I hoped you could take some time to rest first. Once you've fully rested, you may make your way to the dock in Seafeld City.
I get it how like Himiko is a little bit more cheerful right now. And you know, always hopeful, but like I gotta admit, she's planning something. And also, I don't like this feeling where like everyone's like praising, you know, like Stella and everyone like of like what they did, you know, them foolish. Because it felt like nothing really, and everyone was involved. Like it was cool that we did all of them after getting stabbed and knocked off the tower and coming back for mask and everything, but it's not like we was the only ones fighting. It wasn't like that. It was like the craziest thing we did, but like it was so cool. Don't get me wrong, but like praising us, glazing us for that. It's it's a little bit offsetting, but you know, uneasy here. We have to wait and see.
Madame Pearl has a special ship waiting for you there.
I'm having these easy flashbacks. So you get on a ship and it explodes.
It will take you to the border between this world and the world in Canvas, a place known as Inkford Hermitage. That's your final stop before entering the world in Canvas, a place to gather your supplies and rest up before you set out on the
You
journey
may not
ahead.
go to the wooden canvas. I feel free going to the wooden canvas. In fact, it's the next part going to the wooden canvas.
I know you'll have to go alone this time, but I don't think it'll be dangerous. After all, that realm was created by Graphia, my ancestor. The thought of it makes me feel calm, in a strange but comforting way. If you get to meet her, please give her my regards. I am indeed quite curious. I'd love to see this ancestor of mine for myself and hear her story in her own words. But someone must stay here and keep watch. Madame Pearl wishes to confer with me and General Yao Guang about our next steps in dealing with Asat Pramod. So I'll be entrusting this mission into the world in Canvas to you.
Okay, now I know why the ribbons are all spread out right now. Because, like, I know going by the trailer, it can be us, Silverwolf, Graphia, Brave, like Yagran, well, Danahan gonna be doing the one thing. Himiko does a solo mission. Wow, okay. Sunday, I don't know where he's at. I forgot where I think he just takes you. So.
Set out once you've rested up. I'll be here with Welt and the others, awaiting good news from you.
They're probably gonna say, hey, Sunday, you watch the Express now, you know, because someone always has to stay in the Express just in case. You know, it's always kind of like a war. Like one person has to stay in the Express to, you know, defeat Pom Pom. So I think Sunday might be that. You know, he had his moment last time, so this moment he takes it. He's at the bench. Yo, my dude, Astro. He's all happy and jolly.
In other words, that woman wants you to take Shuhu and jump straight into the Veracity and leave the rest to the Eon's stomach acid?
I think Astro joins us as well.
And this is between me and him, right? Why are you tagging along?
Relax. I'll say my goodbyes and be gone. A dignified funeral, If you ask me, this ending is indeed grand enough.
I don't care about any of that. There's only one thing I care about. Does he have to die?
Here's a piece of advice, little cub. Whether he lives or dies is his choice. That's the one thing you don't get to decide for him.
It has landed.
She's gonna be mad because she got no one to feed. Oh.
Nothing. Just a seabird landing on the rocks.
A blade forged of mortal steel cannot sever an undying fate. If Shuhu is to be put down, the options are few. And that Leviathan is one of them.
In time, people will say this. The culprit of the Juming gave his life for the greater good and plunged into the abyss alongside the abomination.
I'm not as noble as you make it sound. Many years ago, you invited me to join the Galaxy Rangers. I refused for one reason. I'm a petty man. I was never born to carry some greater good. This is between Shuhu and me. Nothing more.
Back in the day, from what I know and heard, Blade was never a fighter. That's actually very recent. He was just a smith, a blacksmith. He was just a potwell, you know? Only if I would have needed to. Hardly ever did it himself. So.
Can't argue with that. A Galaxy Ranger through and through. Well then, I won't say anything more.
Blade, you sure about this?
For years, death has clung to me like a curse, etched into my bones. If there is a chance to make a god feel the same pain, I would do it, even if this body is reduced to ash. As for everyone else, there's no need to drag them into this.
He learned from Firefly.
We'll proceed as Yao Guang proposed. Bury Shuhu at the end of the world in canvas, taking me with him, and let the veracity dissolve us both.
You know, it was funny though in the trailer, Firefly was not like, you know, made a cameo in the trailer for Blade. But you wanna know who were mad about that? It wasn't Firefly fans. You know, I was like, damn, no Firefly. Like, okay. There was people who hated Firefly. And like, bro, like why are you hating bro, like people who hate Firefly were mad that, you know, and they were like rating their own selves that she wasn't in there. And they're like, you deserve that to be there. It's like, bro, chill. I was just reading the comments. I'm like, bro, what the what this Firefly hate? You know, it's like, bro. She's not in the trailer, then yet you still like, you know, get like, you know, like upset, angry, you know. It's like, so like, they say Firefly fans are toxic. I say Firefly haters are way more toxic. Okay, you know.
Take care.
Yeah, Civil Wolf looking too good on that.
How about you stay as well? You might as well see it through to the end with us.
PLANARCADIA has bigger problems that need my attention.
Oh, you go.
Your instincts were right. That meanie pulling strings from the shadows is none other than a Sat Pramod.
Who else would want to kick a Ha's head like a ball?
So, I need to get back and finish my job.
Investigating a Lord Ravager sounds like a job you don't come back from.
Therefore, it also pays very well.
Then here's hoping you live long enough to collect your payment. Every time, when it's just the two of us, you go quiet.
You know what I'm going to say. The seabird's flown off. It's time for us to go too.
Hopefully it's explained why Steel Wolf is not in 99 form, but we're gonna hopefully that's explained.
The terror slumbering at the heart of PLANARCADIA is... Ouroboros.
Veracity.
After the swarm disaster, the Veracity vanished, never to appear again for more than 700 Amber eras. Their last rumored sighting was 500 years ago.
History fictionologists claim that Ouroboros lies in wait at the edge of the cosmos, guarded by their children, awaiting the day of their return.
I've heard that story before, but it wasn't about the edge of the cosmos. It was Pier Point. They say that the preservation is nothing more than a facade, and the IPC is, in truth, a cult devoted to the Veracity.
You know, and when it comes to that space, you know, like the universe and space and all that stuff, you know, it's always sort of like at the end, at the edge of space, the edge of the cosmos, the edge of the universe. You know, you always hear that stuff like in, you know, those kinds of games. You know, even like Reanimate. You know, Knights talks about that. You know, like a higher being. You know, at the edge. But I don't have. As far as I know, Star Wars doesn't go that far. You know, there's no like if you go here to like the edge of space itself, you know, where the universe ends, you know, like physically, you know, like you can't go any further than this, you know. Something's waiting, you know. You don't, you know. As far as I know, Star Wars hasn't really talked about that. Maybe Impact probably has, but Star Wars definitely, as far as I remember, hasn't really talked about that much.
Organic life has quite the imagination. They've said other things, too. That Louis Fleming seeks to ascend as the Eon of Wealth. That the Council of Mundanites are mere hounds of Dr. Primitive. That the Marketing Development Department colludes with the destruction, turning a blind eye to the spread of Stellarons. Such rumors are endless. I believe the General should be able to tell which are true and which are not.
I've never heard the last one, so let's assume it's the only one that's true.
So is that Ouroboros?
Such terrible breath. Once this Leviathan awakens, the Arcadia's destruction would be all but instantaneous.
For now, this remains conjecture. The sealed remains appear to be a husk that Ouroboros once shed. Why it's here, and how it's connected to the elation, remain unknown. Yet even a fragmented remnant of an Eon is a threat that can't be ignored. The calamity of the Leviathan must not be allowed to re-emerge in this world.
Even just one cell or something.
Naturally.
You know.
That is why I'm here. And it's about time for the two Nameless to arrive.
Two?
Oh. You're just on
Aha. Okay.
General Yao Guang, as instructed, warding talismans have been placed at over a dozen sites across PLANARCADIA.
My thanks. It was Mr. Yang's talent of creation out of nothing that allowed us to reproduce dozens of plumes and complete the deployment with such speed. Now, with Yin and Yang aligned, and all 4 aspects in place, as long as we set up the last formation core. The Decalight reflection barrier will be complete.
Using the divine eye of the Spiritus to weave a giant web, one that ensnares countless possible futures. General, have you truly made up your mind?
Though Shuhu has been eradicated, the signs of doom have not faded. On the contrary, they grow ever clearer. After much consideration, the source can only be this restless corpse.
One crisis is yet to pass, and another is already upon us. The Arcadia's ley lines were already riddled with scars, and now even the ancient tree's seal is starting to loosen. While Evanesia is asleep, someone must take up her duty to guard this place.
But defending isn't the way of the hunt. If you don't want to become the prey, you must become the hunter.
General, do you intend to go on the offensive and suppress the remains of the Veracity?
How could I?
Boy has a
The
persuasion
Joy Seeker could
form.
barely confine
Persuasion.
that
Hello.
husk using the Abundance's ambrosial arbor as its cage. I'm not that arrogant as to place myself alongside the gods. I'm not here to guard against an Eon, but against a lesser menace. Lord Ravager Asat Pramad. This barrier is prepared for him.
Asat Pramad has been meddling with the game from the shadows. His intentions unclear. We know little about him or the Veracity. By chance, however, a friendly citizen has provided us with intel.
Ouroboros' remains are in Ahatopia, aren't they? Silence is an answer in itself. I've seen that reaction too many times.
I'm not surprised that you were the first to discover it. You were in the Torn Scroll too. The probability of you noticing was 24%.
That's a little low, don't you think? I'd put it at well over 90.
What I don't understand is this. There were countless ways to verify your hypothesis, yet you chose the most unconventional one. You bypassed security and broke into the building to confront me in person. What is your objective?
This is no confrontation. It's a warning, Madam Pearl. I'm a security officer, and there is only one reason I'm here. While everyone else is fixated on the Phantasmoon games, only the Department of Aberration Defense is watching other places.
Like the location where the new Herald of Death case was closed?
Correct. The incident involved 4 Daybreak Warriors, 3 nameless, 1 detective, and 1 officer. But just moments ago, a 10th set of footprints appeared at the scene.
After the investigation, we learned that the traces were left deliberately. A blatant provocation.
The Lord Ravager bent on destroying the Elation came uninvited. Make no mistake. PLANARCADIA is a stage he chose with care, and drawing the Abundance into the fray was hardly a whim.
Our top priority is to dispose of Shuhu's flesh properly to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands and causing another calamity.
That said, we cannot afford to ignore Asat Pramad's next move.
This giant web is prepared for that very purpose. Once the entire planet is folded into the divination's trajectory, under the gaze of the Omnitia, all possibilities will be laid bare. When that time comes, he won't wish to leave any footprints behind.
One final question. Why did the Lord Ravager choose to visit this place? Does he have an ulterior motive? Or is this merely some twisted joke?
That question should be left to the professionals. Don't forget, we have a detective who can't seem to rest. Let's hope the accumulation of variables can tip the scales in our favor.
Oh boy, Asheville view. Let's go.
And so, the people set out, and the gondola, bound for distant lands, set sail. At the end of the world, the Elation once again declared war upon the Veracity. Frail little humans! Ouroboros split their mouth wide open! Whoever can fill my whole mouth with but a single thing shall receive a reward, my tongue. The fool known as the Shepherd captured a comet, but it wasn't even enough to fill the gap between the Veracity's teeth. The bartender Braji opened the wine cellar, yet they only grew drowsy, drifting off to sleep. And en route, he crept up to the Veracity's ear and told them a corny joke. The Veracity pondered it for 10 amber eras, then burst into laughter at their own amusement. En route spread his hands and said, "See? I filled your mouth with laughter."
Then what happened?
Oh, Mouth just come along with him? Oh,
Then
cool.
the Veracity said, "Are you kidding me?" And with that, they opened their gaping maw and tore en route to pieces.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Those are the facts, my inquisitive auditor. If you want to hear more stories, you're welcome to discuss with your classmates.
We came here to investigate the Veracity and Asat Pramod, but all we got were stories that only a 3-year-old would believe.
Rumors don't just appear out of thin air. It's just a matter of how much truth you think they hold.
At least 90% of that was made up.
Sometimes that last 10% is all you need. Oh, plenty of bystanders around. Let's hear what they have to say.
Let's see what they have to say. I want to switch to Asheville real quick. Move that real quick, so.
You two! You didn't shout, didn't clown around, and you didn't even stuff notes into anyone else's mouth. Such diligent fools are a rare sight indeed. Oh, you're not fools at all? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Speak to me.
You two asking about the Veracity? You think about walking that path?
Walk the path of Veracity? Do I need to eat everything in sight?
You got it. Kids always dream big. Some were bulldozers, some are monsters, and I am Ouroboros. And the man.
Ugh, can you talk normal? Stop gulping for air.
I swore to become a Veracity Pastry.
disgusting, nasty, anything I could chew. Finally, I pinched my nose and swallowed loose mouth, and they looked at me.
Ouroboros?
Nah.
Oh boy.
Ah, very regrettable.
Enough already.
I'm telling you, it was all bluffing. The fools didn't lose. On Root and Dorothy, the veracity wasn't looking, roll up her skin like a grape, snatched it up and poke it. Then poof, they were gone. Even Comic-Con Collective don't got a veracity card. I already filed a formal complaint with the organizers.
You should be putting this much effort into your studies.
Alright, let's see what we got here. I never done that, but let's see what she gotta say.
They say a dull pen beats a sharp memory. My memory's dull, and my pen's not much better.
Then you must have a lot of stationery.
A kindred spirit. Miss, it seems you're one of us as well. I've met far too many fools who can't even read. Oddly enough, those of us who truly love learning are the rare ones. Interested in studying the knowledge of the laughter? I have a reference book here. You can have it.
This feels completely made up. But, thanks anyway.
Oh, please. Thank the seniors. To compile this book, they offended every eon they possibly could, and narrowly escaped death at the hands of each and every one of them. As for me, I'm just the one who keeps the books circulating.
Hey, friends! How was your first day of school?
Sparksy.
Where were you just now? You opened the door for us and just disappeared. Don't tell me you're up to something again.
Still doubting me? You're breaking Spark's
I also have no
heart
idea why
here.
the frame rate died, but hey, we
The
ball.
whole foolish thing. I took on every emoji in the tavern by myself, fought them all the way to the end of the world, and even wore my mask down to nothing. But honestly, this place runs on rumors. Aha is being chased by the veracity. Aha chases the veracity. We won't get anywhere following stories like this.
Let's go through what we know so far. Ooh. Yeah, it's a complete mess.
So, after a bit of thought, Lady Sparksy came up with a brilliant idea. I borrowed a nifty little gadget from a friend. The Unreal Sparksy
I'm about to say.
Light.
I'm about to say.
No idea how it works, but apparently this light bulb makes you smarter the moment you put it on.
Does this friend know you borrowed it?
Supramon has a gun to our heads, and this is what you're worried about? He'll find out one day.
Well then, I'll go first.
It, doesn't look very reliable. Are you sure about this?
No worries. If anything goes wrong, the friend in my head will protect me.
Would have a nice show up? Let's find out. Probably
Doesn't
not.
seem to have any effect.
No, it's working perfectly.
Oh,
I get it now. All of it. No need to dance around. Our enemy is a Lord Ravager. There's only one question we need answered. How does Asat Pramod plan to destroy Elation?
Correction. The effect is very obvious.
Yeah.
Judging by Nanook's habit of picking Lord Ravagers,
Unless she just did it
I'd
beforehand.
be surprised if Asat Pramod was once a masked fool, and therefore knows Aha's weakness. The Arcadia is like a microcosm of eons and paths. People indulge themselves
That's one of the
in
movies.
happiness, unable to pull themselves away from it.
I would say he is
Many
Aha.
have expressed their concerns. This isn't elation. Aha is playing with fire.
A classic social realist deduction. Old-fashioned. Ooh, but effective. We're closing in on the truth.
Yes, the answer is all but revealed. You are Asat Pramod, Sparksy.
Huh?
Do you have evidence? Of course. The truth is so simple that everyone overlooked it. The evidence is... you were the first person I met when I got off the express.
If I am Asat Pramod, would you and Grey Hair have been able to walk out of the school alive?
Yeah, fair point.
Just take that thing off already.
So she was acting the entire time.
That's weird. I thought I was on the right track.
Let me give you a lesson. Deduction isn't about people skills. It's about smart tricks and flawless logic. Watch and learn. Sparkle, master of the classic whodunit, has entered the chat.
You changed your clothes just for this?
First of all, Ouroboros likes to eat. Secondly, whatever they eat disappears completely. Therefore, veracity is also a form of destruction. This is the classic mystery of one culprit, two identities. The one trying to kill Elation is... the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, played by the Veracity! What am I even saying?
I still I use fuck with folks.
Classic
I can
whodunit.
but I'm confused which one
This
too.
is more like a classic Who's the Dummy.
I get it now. All this thing does is make wild guesses sound reasonable. So far, that's the most accurate piece of information we've gotten.
No need to be so serious, Detective. Why don't you show us what you've got?
Okay, it's false. But why is
By the way,
false?
what type of detective are you?
Me? I'm the tough guy type. I don't waste time on useless details. I aim straight at the heart of the problem. You're not wrong. Asat Pramod is Nanook's weapon to assassinate Aha. Whatever his plan may be, the target doesn't change. Remember, as far as humanity knows, there are only 3 ways an Eon can fall.
A broader path engulfs a narrower one. Divine warfare between eons, and the third one. What was it again?
Forcing an Eon to turn away from their own path.
Whichever it is, none of it sounds remotely connected to PLANARCADIA. So, what makes you so certain Asat Pramod is here on business, not on vacation?
Because we folks just dug up one heck of a treasure from underground. And in the stories tied to them, we've unearthed more than a few names worth paying attention to.
That's just a title. Anyone with a girlish heart between you and me. Director Sparkle used that name once too. Guess when?
Looks like this clue has little value to it.
An old pal who
We're going
can't
through all
stop
of them.
lying. He goes on and on about death being a solitary feast, but I just saw him last week, alive.
I see you're acquainted. Please, introduce us sometime.
Barachi? Forget it! He's good behind the bar, but slippery as an eel. Ask him to work for Nanook, and he'd run away on the spot.
The former bartender of the tavern, everyone knows him. Couldn't be him.
Him? He caused trouble in Gotham City a few days ago. Pearl threw him into prison.
I know. I was the one who caught him. Right. He's the one I can't stop thinking about. The stories change every time, but they all circle back to the same logic. En route defeated the Veracity by some means.
You're right. Then who is this en route? Do you know him? En route.
Why is she scared? Why is Simple there?
Everyone in the tavern knows that name. Long ago, its owner grew tired of jokes, cast aside his mask, and walked away. Some say he became a mourning actor. Others say he jumped into IX's black hole. But none of that matters. What truly matters is that you have my unreal Sparks and Spark.
I knew
I thought it was gonna be stuff.
Give it back, give it back! That's a big order my client wants immediately.
What do you mean, give it back? It just wandered off, and I happened to find it on the way, so I brought it home. You want it? Here, take it now.
Absolutely not. Wait, right now? This doesn't sound like you at all.
No. If it's a no, it's a no. Guess I'll keep it. Bye-bye.
Get back here!
Sir, do you need to hire a
What?
private detective?
Hey!
Can you catch her for me?
Of course. I'll have that thing returned to you safe and sound in half a day. But, in exchange, I'd like you to elaborate a bit more on what you were saying.
Oh, so that's why you're here. Now, old Sempo's intel isn't cheap. Waiving the fee won't quite cut it, will it?
Name your price. Put it on Pearl's tab.
Ha! Just kidding. Money talks boring. Besides, the Astral Express and I go way back. Oh, and I wouldn't scam you two. The en route you're looking for lives up to the name. There's nowhere he can't reach. Only places he hasn't been yet. He's the gold standard of the masked fools. He only shows up where he's least welcome. A mourning actor's stage, a friend's wedding, even inside the Veracity's mouth. All for the sake of a good laugh. Oh.
That lines up. Sounds like the origin of the legend. So, he's a friend of yours?
Not a chance! Back when old Sempo was still a kid, En route was already a name in the history books. He left the tavern during the Second Prosperity. They say after hearing 30 trillion jokes, he never laughed again. Before he left, En route said one thing that, at the time, no one cared about. Elation has been dead for a long time.
Where did he go after he left the tavern?
The tavern has 10,000 mouths, all telling different stories. All I know is this. He said he was headed for the true world's end, and then he vanished without a trace.
How do you know all this?
Oh, I've been around long enough to have my own channels. Just trust old Sempo. And about catching Sparksy?
Leave it to me. I keep my word.
Let's give up. We got some samples from time. Who's next?
Ah, see? You only need that 10% of the story to be true.
The last thing he said was really scary.
So many unanswered questions about en route. He has to be tied to Asat Pramod somehow. But our leads at the tavern have run their course. Let's go pay a visit to another expert next. Oh, speak of the devil. Only a Cienjo general could have arranged something like this, I suppose.
I was gonna say, when I was talking about Steven, Wame might show up. I was expecting Wame to show up here. But her hanging out with King Jun makes sense. Alright, I speak, Lady Wame.
I'm surprised as well. You've only just left Amphorius, and already you've managed to draw the attention of another Lord Ravager.
Miss Ron May? And Miss Ting Yoon?
We're here by General Yao Guang's request.
I don't know why my name was question mark
Seems we
there.
arrived just in time.
But it's whatever.
At first, I only came because the Shenzhou extended an invitation.
Ooh,
and
this
it felt
helpful.
polite to refuse. Now that I'm here, I see it was well worth the trip. So, let me get to the point. Ouroboros has long been dead. Their death was merely buried beneath layers of secrecy.
Hardly surprising. They disappeared after the swarm disaster, and there are many different opinions on where they went. The Intelligentsia Guild claims the Veracity ate their fill and entered hibernation. I don't buy it. Those scholars are fond of post-meal naps themselves, likely just projecting their own habits.
You seem surprisingly calm, which makes sense. After all, the shadow in your right hand is evidence as well. Why don't you tell everyone what happened to the Galaxy Rangers back on Von Walk?
Von Walk?
Sprightly Von Walk. I've heard there's a particular phenomenon that occurs on that rainforest planet.
Also, why is her eyes green again? I thought her eyes were no longer green.
Plants multiply and grow and are then harvested like wild grass. A cycle repeating every few decades. Almost identical to the Phantom Moon games.
But how are the two connected? When you hear plants and growth, shouldn't that make you think of abundance? Huh. Wait.
It seems you figured it out. By coincidence, abundance is another thing the two worlds have in common.
When coincidences pile up, they cease to be coincidences, Mr. Ashvale. No. Leader of the Rangers, Mr. La Mancha. Perhaps you could explain this to our nameless friend.
Back on Von Walk, I'd already long since stopped being a ranger. Your conjecture is basically correct, Miss Ron May. You're not the only genius to take life as a subject of study. By the time I arrived, the atavistic experiment was already approaching its final phase. Dr. Primitive had set his sights on an ancient Leviathan. Beneath Von Walk's surface, there also lay the remains of the Veracity.
You stopped him.
The Rangers stopped him. Back then, Mr. M was still human.
Now, deep beneath Ahatopia, another corpse of the Leviathan lies buried. If I'm not mistaken, there are countless other worlds carrying out the same ritual. Aha sealed Ouroboros' body among the stars, suppressed it with abundance, siphoned the power of the Path of Veracity, and called it a game. This is what people call the Phantasmoon Games.
Uh-huh. Why would they do such a thing?
You may remember, the Express once delivered a Leviathan's carcass to me. That wasn't the only one in my collection. By arranging remains from different eras in sequence, I discovered something rather intriguing. At a certain moment over 1,000 Amber eras ago, just as Akivili began traveling in pursuit of their ideal, all creations of the Veracity lost the same organ, their taste buds.
What does that imply?
The purpose of consumption changed. Be they spawns, depth crawlers, or void song whales, their genetic markers encoding gustatory organs vanished entirely. Creatures walking the path of Veracity became nothing more than biological black holes, consuming without discrimination. This was not natural evolution. Through the simulated universe, I identified the point of divergence in history. A concept had disappeared from the path of Veracity. Consider this. What do taste buds provide?
Yummy flavors?
Precisely. Savoring something's aftertaste is an act of elation.
So Aha stole the original Prima Mobile of the Veracity?
The simulated universe proves nothing on its own, but the primal desires of life have always been entangled. Think of it as my intuition. The conflict between the eons of elation and veracity stretches all the way back to primordial times.
How many people know about this?
There used to be 2. I only told Yu Qingtu. Now there are 5. After this, I can't be sure.
Exploit the old conflict between Aha and Ouroboros to ignite a divine war, or allow intersecting paths to devour one another. Of the 3 known ways to kill an Eon, the Arcadia fulfills at least 2. Now who still thinks Asapramad is here on vacation?
But you still haven't explained where it came from.
Oh, you mean the shadow? It has nothing to do with Funwalk.
Oh?
Call it a twist of fate. This isn't my first encounter with the Astral Express, nor my first time dealing with a Lord Ravager. When my home was destroyed by Zulo, I had a brief encounter with a former navigator.
A navigator of the Express?
Yes. Starseer, I see. He'd already retired by then. He was the one who told me about
I
the
better
shadow.
mind.
According to IC, it was one of many remnants left behind when the Express first carved paths along the edges of the cosmos. I led the Rangers to suppress the shadow and devised the plan to assassinate Zulo. But I never learned why it was there in the first place.
Don't you find it strange, Mr. Ashvale?
Strange?
When coincidences
pile up, they cease to be coincidences. Like an experiment with results that are too perfect, it's enough to send a chill down your spine. If you don't mind, let's walk through the whole thing once more. Earlier, what did you two uncover in the tavern?
Someone suspected to be a Sat Pramod knew about the Veracity's secret. Before disappearing, he said he was headed for the end of the world.
And then? Who did he say the shadow belonged to?
A former navigator. The shadow was a remnant left behind when he charted the cosmos.
If the world's end isn't the tavern, then where is it?
I don't know if anyone can answer that question. Not even Akivilli. Wait.
Ouch.
Don't tell me.
What did you? Oh my god, bro.
It only goes where he isn't welcome. After leaving the tavern, he went to the Astral Express.
The detective game is over.
Here we go. That's the Pramod. Give me a second, chat. I gotta hire this time. Let's go. Lord Ravager Asma is back. The laughter, but he joke. Heading for the tube, en route heading toward the tube board and Astral Express. Having a long time. Old friend. It's just him.
I have to say, not many people can make me change my plans. Whether in the past or present, you've always been one of them.
So, it is you.
You know how it is, kid. I've always enjoyed arriving uninvited.
Returning to the Trailblazers's point of view.
Pearl said she would arrange a ferry to pick us up at the Seafeld City dock. The place we're going to holds clues about Graphia. Really?
And be a model passenger. We wish you a pleasant journey.
Oh my. Here it goes. Duck. Skip, 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 skip.
Attention passengers.
Ah, yeah.
Please stay tuned.
It is an honor to, well, shall I say,
be of service to you again. To be honest, when Madame Pearl invited you to visit the Perlux Tower, I was supposed to be your guide. I ended up being replaced by a total fraud. My name is Feld. By order of Madame Pearl, I will be
That seems to
escorting
be
you
a
to your
thing.
destination.
There being a pattern. Tour guide
You are
would
too
be
kind. I
place.
followed the battle in Seafeld City very closely. Serving a hero such as yourself is a true privilege. I assume Madame Pearl has already briefed you on our destination? I see. It so happens that Madame Pearl is tied up with an unforeseen event, so allow me to brief you in her stead. The destination of our boat journey is a hotel known as Inkford Hermitage. It is situated at the end of a Dovebrook tributary that ultimately flows into the sea. It is one of the points where the world in canvas intersects with reality.
Well, Graffia's former residence was located there. Legend says the miraculous canvassing of the mortal world happened there. Would Madame Pearl, a die-hard fan, pass up a sacred site like that?
I'm about to say she's gonna be here.
Word is that Madame Pearl just flicked her wrist, signed a check with an astronomical figure, and bought the whole plot of land. She also snatched up every single piece of Graffia's lost works she could find without bothering to verify their authenticity. Whew, I guess money really does let you do whatever you want. That's not even the half of it. I don't know where her obsession comes from, but she's dead set on the idea that Graffia is still alive. If she gets even a whiff of anything remotely related to Graffia, she's got her people on it at the snap of a finger. But all they could find were Imagine knockoffs. Random, pretty redheads based on nothing but imagination. I bet her reaction went something like this. Objective. Locate the original. Error. Detecting excessive quantity of low-quality merchandise.
You! I remember you! You're that fraudster from Perlux Tower!
Perlux Tower? I've never set foot in that place in my life.
Oh, I know it's you! I've seen the footage. You're wearing the exact same outfit.
Oh, a slip up in an otherwise perfect plan. Relax. Your job is safe this time.
Cut it out, you scoundrel! You can't talk your way out of this. Who exactly are you?
This is the author of Fluffy Across the Blue. Blurry QR Code.
Huh. Is that so? My apologies. How rude of me. Miss Colt, it's an honor to finally see the face behind the work. Please pardon my yelling. I didn't know.
No worries, no worries.
Interesting. Well, she was in the that void. Boy was just in that void. We may go back to him just a minute. He was with Hedan Hang and Yagran and Paul. Why is this guy? He's yeah, he's a little bit up there. Gotta admit. Definitely gotta admit. But we're gonna see Vogue probably again. We're just kind of making our way back around everyone else.
Well, yes. Would you believe it if I said I was going on vacation?
Miss Blurry QR Colt, let's be clear. You are being transported under escort. Your current credit balance is in the negative. Madame Pearl has offered you a lifeline by asking you to complete the next volume of the Fluffy.
Whoa, this is not my fault. Remember Alloy King Pom Pom from Perlux Tower? I tried to put everything on Pearl's tab, but she found out and charged it back to me. Who knew a figurine could be so expensive. It cost me more than my entire savings. I went all in on learned coins. There goes my licensing fees and royalties. I lost every single penny.
So you're escorting her to, shall we say, an intensive creative retreat?
Correct. The objective is to deliver the manuscript and clear her debts. The estimated duration is 56 days.
Hear that? It's not a hotel. It's hell, where you get whipped for not finishing your scripts on time.
The boat's here.
The boat has arrived. When you're ready, let's begin our journey to Inkford Hermitage. Please, mind your step as you board.
Step on board. Glamour's iron gravity. Snow in the Big 26 for one tree.
We have arrived. This is the snowy shore of the canvas world, Inkford Hermitage.
Huh. Are those Wispae floating on the water?
Oh yeah, they're all right there.
Oh dear, there are so many Wispae. They are blocking the boat's route. But no need to panic. Please follow my lead.
Guess we're docking someplace different. I wanna explore the ship. I'll say the cabin and everything. Oh well. Oh. Alright, so far so good. Nice. Skip. Ooh. Nice. Easy. Here we are.
Whew, a safe docking. For a second, I thought we were going to hit an iceberg or something.
Oh, they got scared.
They probably sensed your wish power. You are the Phantom Moon Games superstar, no? Look, one's trying to hitch a ride on you.
It fell.
Must have been when we came ashore. Oh, what a devoted fan.
Everyone, welcome to Inkford Hermitage.
I was imagining a Benzai Tengoku style manor or something. So you demolished your idol's old residence and replaced it with a luxury hotel.
Of course not. Benzai Tengoku vanished more than 1,000 years ago. The original structure is long lost to time. The IPC only chose this location because this is one of the weakest points between reality and the world in canvas. Many Imaginae are born every day, but just as many ancient lineages of Imaginae hide themselves away in the world in canvas once their wish power dry up, or as they grow weary of the mortal world. This is the final stop before they enter the world in canvas, and this is where they bid farewell to reality. They rest here, organize memories spanning centuries, and then pass beyond the point of no return. Rumor has it that Graphia's soul appears from time to time to guide these weary Imaginae on their path.
There's a sense of parting in the air. No wonder the soul of the mother of Imagenesis feels an attraction for a creator. This must be the finest well of inspiration.
It makes sense, right? Like, the heaven for, you know, Imaginae is literally, you know, you.
Miss Colt, now that you're in this well too, you ought to make the most of it. Let's go. I'll lead the way.
That's Pamad. He's watching us. I was like, oh, we're looking at her. They didn't even know it was him all along.
Looks good.
It would be cool for him outside. Wee. I took the escalators, that go more. Hold on to the way. Do not fall. More green people.
Is that?
Ah, the golden tree in the distance.
I did not mean to cut off what he had to say, but you know, the dragon decided to kick him. Oh, we in battle now. Ooh, new battlefield.
Like fireflies, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! This is more lives to fight! Fight you!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Boing. Open that up. Wow, we got a lot of people here.
We have arrived. The hotel staff will take over from here. I'll take my leave.
No, we just hanging out. Take a look at NPC guys.
Oh, it's freezing. It's cold enough for a typical snowstorm mansion murder mystery. Anyone here? Hello?
honored guests. My apologies for the late welcome.
Oh, no wonder it's so cold. It's an actual snow wispy. Hello there, little one.
I am the lobby manager, Casper. You have a very high body temperature. Please, try not to overheat the room.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am the popular comic artist, Blurry.
The former comic artist, Miss Nihilux.
Oh, my true name is gone, just like that. Oh wait, did you say former?
The big shots upstairs gave me a heads up. You are now an asset of Perlux Corp. You'll be staying here until you finish your next volume. Every guest in this hotel is an Imaginé with quite a history. That Arcadian over there? That's a former superhero.
Which one? Never heard of him.
That one over there is one of the oldest strangelings. They're a former Kappa. These days, they work as the hot springs manager.
A Kappa? Didn't that lineage of Imaginé go extinct when the IPC first arrived?
There are still a few survivors that slipped through the net. As for Casper myself, I am a former frost giant. Little old me was once a tall, mighty, and majestic giant. Of course, that was back in the Cinder Age.
So you're basically an antique who knows a bunch of old secrets. What corner did they dig you out of?
From a block of ice. It is sad how a giant block of ice melts into tiny pieces over time. I have forgotten the names of most of my friends. And I have not tasted a crispy, charred Void Ranger in a long, long while now. Indeed, another glittering nameless.
Another? How's that?
That is a secret. Sightings of Lady Graphia are as common as the snowflakes here. Ever since the news spread that her soul would reside at the hotel, all those Imaginé who mimic her and the weirdos who insist they have a connection to her have flocked here. You see, they all claim they have some sort of connection to her, or hold some secret about her.
I bet they're just trying to scam people out of wish power and credits. Just like all those people who swear they're AHA.
You're not wrong. But whenever the higher-ups ask for a report, little old Casper here can always pad it out and hand over a long list of names. Nameless, good luck with your inquiries. Bye now.
Talk to the hospital manager, talk to the guests, and then ask her what she knows about Graphia. Okay, let's just talk to the,
I heard Graphia is still here in this hotel.
You can see me, and I shall hide no longer. Indeed, I am Graphia.
No, you're
the
just
sovereign of all
Graphia.
paintings, the source
You're
of all
not
schools,
Graphia.
the mother who birthed all Imaginé. Unfortunately, my wish power is spent, and I can no longer weave my imagination arts. But you and I share a fate, with just a few wish bays to aid me.
I am Graphia. If you're giving away wish bays, you should give them to me.
No, I am Graphia. Does this red armor not make it obvious?
I don't care which. One of you, come help me fight a Lord Ravager.
Lord Ravager? To be honest, we are Graphia, but we're not Graphia.
Simply put, we are Imaginae born from people's imaginations of Graphia. As for me, I was sketched by a rather unskilled illustrator for a history textbook, which explains why I look a bit rough.
I am a wispy form from the concentrated longing for Graphia in PLANARCADIA.
I am the armored goddess Graphia from the 52-episode animated series Apocalypse of Ashes, Mecha Wars. Care to witness my signature move? Dance of the Inkblade.
If you're looking for the real Graphia, I'd suggest you give up. I've seen countless Imaginae on the verge of exhausting their wish power, begging the mother of Imagenesis to extend their lives with her paintbrush. Not a single one has ever succeeded. In the end, only those of us making a living off the Graphia brand are left. When it comes down to it, she's nothing more than a legend.
Who knows? Maybe the IPC made up some story to boost the hotel's revenue.
I mean, the Cinematic Age was over 1,000 years ago. Maybe the only thing left is the longing for Graphia. There's one very simple way.
She created all Imaginae with her brush. Word has it, she waits at the end of the world in canvas to see off those whose time has come. But every Imaginae who has seen her is, of course, dead.
So dying is the only way, huh? These three aren't just fakes. They're also wackadoodles. As I suspected, finding Graphia was never going to be easy.
Besides us, there are plenty of ancient Imaginae living here, ones that have long gone extinct elsewhere. Some even claim to be original works by Graphia herself.
If you're serious about finding Graphia, you should try asking them.
I heard Graphia is still here in this hotel.
Tell me, is there still...
Let's see what she got to say.
I sense more stray thoughts and disturbance in the water. The Imaginae of today are far too restless. Yes, yes. This old soul is just scraping by with what little talent I have left. The humans here call me Sudscour, a filthy name, but fitting for this frail and wretched form. Are you here at the hot springs to wash away your stray thoughts? Or just to chat with the last kappa of Ahatopia? As you see, my kin have either been swallowed by the muddy currents or have fled into the canvas. Long, long ago, my people lived in every river and pond in Ahatopia. We tended the crops for the artists, and in return, they painted our descendants into existence. It is hard to leave one's homeland. Even when my kin have entered the canvas, Even when the waters here are no longer clear, and even when the new Plu tribe has replaced us, this is still my home. It needs someone who remembers the old days. As long as I remain, the Kappa line is alive. Lady Graphia is the one who guided all Imaginae. Her name shines like moonlight through my dimming memories. Back then, the demons from beyond swept in like a dark tide. The filth and flames they brought could turn even the clearest stream into a toxic swamp. We Kappa were weak and could only shiver at the bottom of the rivers, but it was Lady Graphia who found us. She encouraged us, saying that every drop of clean water held power against the darkness. She taught us how to use water to protect the displaced mortals and wash away those impure monsters. Though our impact was limited, that was the most heroic era for my kind. Well, as long as the world in canvas exists, Lady Graphia must as well. There is a saying that if one who is weary of the world prays to her with true devotion, she will arrive on a ferry to lead them into the canvas. If you seek clues regarding Lady Graphia, you should visit the mountain behind the hotel. There are atonement statues left by Imaginae there, filled with their prayers. It is also the site of Graphia's former residence. Casper likes to wander around there. He is a strangeling far older than I. Perhaps if you play in the snow with him, he might show you the way. That is all I can tell you. After all, I am just a stubborn old Kappa, trying to keep this one pool of water a little cleaner.
Alright, chat. What do we got here? Oh, whoa, what are you doing here? I know I should have read more book. Can you just squeeze out a sentence? I tried to say, what are you doing? I was sitting here on vacation. Let's say this is a family canvas. Is she here for a side quest, or is this an actual, like... I'm about to say, it's one of the foremost. I'm about to say, like, is she imagining? Like, we have to find out about that, but it's one of the foremost. Anyways, I was gonna say, might actually end stream here, because I'm a little bit tired, and we just started, so it's gonna be a long time. So next stream, we get to
Like Firefly, I will fight for myself.
the good intro. We got like what 3 hours in. A good half of that was just, you know, dealing with the game downloading. But before things get cooking off and things, you know, you can't stop the story. I think it's a good time to pause, take a quick nap, wake up, and get back, you know, and a few things.
Looks good.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
This glass of milk reminds me of my grandpa.
But yeah, I will do that. Might take a break. Like I said, I was kind of tired. I was not expecting the stout stream today. Kind of thought this update was coming out tomorrow, but it is what it is. But yeah, other than that, we bought. The next stream, we just gonna beat the whole game, which is good because I don't want to start. I didn't want to like redo. Whatchamacallit? The stream right away, like in the middle of like 50 frames. I didn't want to restart the stream and make another stream. You know, when the story was like almost done. We said at the beginning we're gonna be a lot of dialogue, a lot of yapping, so. Because I know we just started. So. Anyways, that'll be it for right now. I'll do part 2 for this later. Probably in a few hours. We'll see. Because I want to check on the internet. I don't want to get spoiled or anything, so I set it up again with some. Just in a nap. Anyways,